We about to mess this up already. We just got into the fun of hip hop. Hold on. Wait. Let me start right. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. I'm a little distracted because this topic got me messed up in the head a little bit because I see the ugly in it already. But at the same time, I just got back from the dispensary, so I'm kind of checking out my wares. For this video, man, we got to react to something and we're going to talk about it. And I'm not holding back no punches because I don't really care how anybody feel about it. I feel like there's a need to put a warning out. I'm going to do it. And if people feel like I'm overreacting, guess what? I'm going to be too high to care. I'm going to be too high to care. Because of this music thing, right? This ain't a music video, but I'm gonna use one anyway. I went and bought me some pre-rolls, amongst other things. I'm gonna get to the topic at hand, but I want y'all to, when the time it takes to catch some music when it come out as soon as possible, do your video, react to it, edit it, download it, thumbnail, all that. It take time. It take time if you care. And then the time it take for me to get ready and break down weed and roll it up, and it take me too long. I'm not a fast roller. So I got me some of these pre-rolls. And my pre-rolls, just so y'all know, I never smoke cheap here. My pre-rolls come in glass. For this show, if it don't cost at least $8 for one pre-roll, I don't want it. 8 is my floor. This is my cheap version to me, but I'm gonna have at least 40% THC or more. So with that being said, back to the topic at hand. We're gonna react to Rob Markman because it was a bar, and it was a dope bar. I'm not even gonna hold you. From Joey Bada in the finals. I think it was in the finals. That needs to be addressed because it can spark something. We want to keep this hip hop, y'all. For real, we want to keep this hip hop. But for that to happen, for it to stay hip hop, and for it not to go somewhere else, it's on each individual rapper. As each person decides to engage in this back and forth, be wary of your words. Use your bars how you want to. Say what you want to say, but take the consequences for it. Take the consequences for it. So we're gonna go on and get into this reaction. Rob Markman, you feel me? And before we go too far with it, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're gonna get our business out the way. That way we can keep YouTube off our back. Get the business out the way, so we can be in here smoking and drinking and chilling and doing our thing. So we're trying to make sure I get one more. This is actually supposed to be the night episode, but this topic is so important. I don't want to risk I get into doing something else and then I don't do that late night episode and then it don't get addressed. So I'm gonna come up with something else for the late night episode because I want to be able to really drink with y'all, because I didn't drink with y'all this week. So usually we try to drink and chop it up. But this is Rob Markman, and before we go too far with it, I want to make sure I say clearly I don't have an issue with Rob Markman. I support Rob Markman. His reactions are dope. His perspective, more often than not, I agree with it. This is just one of those few instances where I don't agree. But we already just recently learned that it's okay to not agree on everything. I'm gonna respect his opinion. I hope people respect mine. Don't necessarily gotta agree with it, but respect is respect. Let's get this pulled up. Again, this is Rob Markman. So the topic is, what if TD East with Joey Bada really happened? So we're gonna let him say his piece, and I'm gonna react and give you my 2 cents. It might be, I haven't watched it yet, so it might not be as heavy as I think, but I got myself to a place mentally where if it needs a heavy reaction, it's gonna get a heavy reaction, and I'm gonna have to stand on that. So let's get to the business.
Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. This is just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Y'all still mad at me? Y'all still mad at me? Y'all was mad at me yesterday. Y'all was tearing me up in those comments yesterday. Yes, I have a New York bias. I'm from New York. I'm from here. I started the video and I told you that. So I talked about the Reason joint yesterday, Dead Apple. I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was offended. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's all in good fun, man. We ain't tripping. This is all rap. But
hey, to chime in on that real quick, because that really don't so much have to do with the reaction at hand. I watched his reaction, and his New York show, his New York definitely showed. That's cool. My West Coast bias shows a lot around here. But I liked his reaction because it was reflective of how New Yorkers really felt. There was a lot of people from New York or the surrounding New York area that was like, he got a son. He got a son. I don't like he did that. Hey, son, watch your mouth, B. Like it had that. It had that little. It had that feel to it, man, and I love it. Not like I love seeing him in pain or going through angst or whatever, but I love it because that's the type of reaction you get to regional sound. When things get regional and one region attacks another region, there's gonna always be a side that's like bars, shit. You know what I'm saying? To listen to Joey come at the West like that, not so much the West, but he's been primarily focused on the individuals at hand. But to hear him clap on anybody from TDE, because I'm a big TDE supporter, I was like, bars, shit. Like, and that's fun. In the moment, you like, yo, I gotta rep my crew. What you doing, man? Why you? Hey, man, watch your mouth. Like, you go through that, and it's cool. It's dope. Hey, we all gonna have terms, fringes, because our man's like he done got shot up a little bit. Like, you good, baby? You good? You got it? You got it? What'd he say? Niggas get shot every day, B. Like, you good? Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to share that because I watched it, and to watch him try to reel in his bias was cool because it made me think of like, do I be holding my bias together or whatever? But let me get back to this.
It had me thinking. And more so about Joey Badass and this TDE East joint. TDE East. So when Joey was going at Ray Vaughn on the finals, he has that one part where he starts talking slick. Well, he's talking slick through the whole thing. But, he's saying that, this back and forth is giving Ray Vaughn more promo than his own label. I did more for you than the whole of TDE. It's too bad. You should have been signed to me. Somebody tell Top we about to start TD East. You know what I'm saying? Dope line. And
fire line. I'm gonna go one step further than he did because I know that's his man. He's trying to hold it together. Fire line. And that's coming from somebody who I cringe like, watch your mouth, son. I couldn't help it. Like, I mean, I was sitting here like, who he talking about? I know he ain't talking about, I know he ain't talking about my mans. Like, I don't even know these cats. But still, you know what I'm saying? I was like, so it was dope to see him try to reel it in, you know what I'm saying? All of us that do shows like this, if you got a bias one way or another, it's hard sometimes, but I gotta get it to you, but I don't want to. You got that.
And I just want to sidebar real quick. I'm gonna caveat with this. Ray Vaughn has a fantastic album. If you haven't listened yet, it's called The Good, The Bad, The Dollar Menu. Really made me feel away. Really made me feel something.
If you grew up in the 80s, if you're a hip hop head, you grew up in the 80s. That Ray Vaughn for you. If he's sharp, for where his storytelling is at, Oh my God. That might be my favorite part about Ray Vaughn. He attacks the story he's telling with the joy or pain that it requires. There's pain, there's hurt, there's anguish, deep emotions. He attacked it to where you feel it. I felt like that was my mama. And she was going through this stuff, and I'm crying, I'm hurt, I'm trying to snap her out. Mama, I need you to snap out of this. I need you to do what's needed so you can be good. Like, beautiful, beautiful album.
He's talking a lot about family and addiction and the pain and generational curses. It's a really dope album. But it's a really dope Joey line too. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to Ray Vaughn. So I just wanted to sidebar with that. But okay, so last night, back to this TDE East thing. Last night, Joey posted what looks like what appears to be a fake articles of organization for the company, for TDE East as a company. I'll put it up right here, right? Put up this fake. Ever since I was a G, I've been a G. It don't matter what they say, I'm timeless. Articles of organization. That's the document you get, you know, when you file for a company here in New York. And he says, get top on the phone. And, you know, New York State Department of State Division of Corporation State Records and Uniform Commercial Code filing receipts. And it says, TDE East, Articles of Organization, Domestic Limited Liability Company, filed by Joe Vaughn, Virginia. That's Joey's name, and Anthony Tiffith. That's top. And, you know, and it was filed on 5/6/2025. I feel like this is fake. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the troll part of it. But then he also flipped TD East into a website. So we'll look at that right here. You know, and Knicks won last night, you know, dog with the Knicks jersey. We like that energy. Knicks in 6. I mean, we're gonna beat the Pacers. I think we're going to the finals, man. That'll be amazing. But it had me thinking, like, okay, cool show. I love this part of the battle. It's the fun part of the battle. But what if, right? What if? Okay, so Joey did flip Jay-Z's "There's Too Much West Coast Dick Licking" line, right? On the Ruler's Back. And that prompted all the West Coast MCs to fire back. That's what got us here, right? But Joey also said, I can't ever hate the West Coast on the Red Bull Cypher. He also said, this ain't no East versus West Coast. This is on the Red Bull Cypher. So you can't take one and ignore the other, right? Like Joey clearly has loved it. You know, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Like this.
From the moment Joey said no more West Coast dick licking, this is not East versus West don't mean nothing to me. Stand on what you said. That's what we need to be asking. Stand on what you said, or you're gonna be another J. Cole. You said out of your mouth, whether you try to be cute or not, no more West Coast dick licking. Bet that's how you feel. Stand on it. West Coast. You didn't say no more Kendrick dick licking. You didn't say no more TDE dick licking. You said West Coast. Those are that man's words. You know what I'm saying? Stand on that. Because what I'm already seeing is a lot of y'all East Coast shows, and I'm gonna include Rob in this a little bit. Y'all trying to walk it back because y'all don't want it to turn in. All y'all trying to walk this back. No, this just because it's peaceful now don't mean it has to stay peaceful. The West Coast made it clear. They up for whatever. If it's a friendly fade, let's keep it a friendly fade. But if it looked like you turning it via your own words into something else, okay, then let's turn it into something else. Again, I'm not wishing for it. This is dope. I hope this stay exactly the way it is. The only thing I want to get ugly is that Drake versus Kendrick. Because I want Drake up out of here. But everything else, it's up to each individual artist to know if their words are going to make a situation more than. But you can't look at your words after the fact or after you done threw it out there, see how people interpret it, and they be like, that's not what I meant. No. You said it. You said it. Stand on it.
You know, when I speak to all my West Coast homies out there, man, and I tell them all the time, you know, they do really, there's this thing that it really feels like we hate them. You know what I'm saying? Or there's some underlying hate, but it's love here. And that's all I was trying to say yesterday. Yes, we've seen shit, and a lot of people are like, well, Mace was taking Drake's side. Man, Mace don't represent us, man. Shout out to Mace, that's the OG. But Mace ain't lived in New York since Harlem World, man. Like, moved to Atlanta. I think he's in Arizona or Miami or whatever. Like, they don't even tape that show in New York.
I don't like that. I don't like that either. Is he or is he not a New York OG? Because guess what? I'm in a club, right? I'm in a motorcycle club, right? I represent Ohio. Guess what? I moved into Michigan. Guess what? It don't change nothing. When people speak on me, it's because it's on some Ohio type time. I don't get to be like, hey, that ain't me. I moved. So what? You built your rep right there. Stand on that rep, right where you built it at. We're not about to do no goalpost moving. Nope. Words have power. Words are one of the most powerful things out here. We're not about to do this, man. Changing up words after the fact. You felt how you felt because you said it. But we ain't about to get to not claiming people. Again, this is Rob's opinion, so it is what it is. No malice. But in my opinion, if you built your bones somewhere, you always and forever rep where you built your bones. You don't get to build a ginormous rep in one location and then move to a whole nother location, regardless of where, and be like, I'm not that. No. Yeah, you is. Because for the last 15, 20, however many years, that's what you was. Got zebras out here trying to change their stripes.
And Mace is of a different generation. I'm talking about right here, right now, the fans right here, right now, the infrastructure right here, right now. I know it feels like it's hate here, but it's love here. I've seen the city embrace J-Rock, Kendrick, Soul, Q, all the TDE before they even blew up. You know what I'm saying? You can ask them. They'll say it. They'll come here. They'll get love from the media, in the streets. I mean, there were shows out here that people would buy tickets for TDE shows before. This is before any of the blow up. If you listen to Daylight's High U record, right, that was going at Joey, it was about how much New York showed him love. How much respect he had from New York and how much respect New York had for him. And that was the response to Joey. Take Itchy Bondon, Minority Report. We talked about that record when it first dropped. That was going at CJ and Joey. The Minority Report record from Itchy Bondon, from Willie B, who, if you look up in the credits, I mean, Willie B, The Room for Joey and CJ, was about how connected he feels to Queens, how much love he gets in the narratives and the podcasters is one thing, but for real, NY don't really be tripping like that. And that was my point. Death Row and Bad Boy Records was 30 years ago. And look at where Puff and Sugar are now. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different generation. So back to the TD East with Joey Badass. Maybe it's a funny troll, but the more I think about it, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. It would be exciting, and the game needs excitement, right? Yes, Joey is already a star. Hands down. I mean, TV, commercials. He does modeling. I mean, he's the type of guy now who, you could see Joey on a Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, like have a lot of presence. So Joey is a star. He got his own thing, and he's a spitter. He stays true.
I'm trying to let it play to see what. I don't understand what he's saying at all, bro. Like
to the sound, he's not like chasing a sound and Joey's a true artist. And I think if you combine that with the infrastructure and the track record at TDE, I think this could shake the game up, because TDE works very well with artists that are kind of true to themselves, true artists that aren't trying to chase something or be the flavor of the month. That's Kendrick. There's a new sound. Kendrick has his own sound. Like Q is dropping quality art albums and not chasing anything. Soul. Like TDE has really figured out the artist thing, how to take like your favorite artists and make them palatable. I think it will be a good fit. I think it could shake up the game. Why not? And maybe this was a plan all along. I don't know. Maybe this whole thing was an elaborate rollout. I truly don't know. This is me theorizing. I know nothing about nothing. Or maybe it started as a joke. And maybe it started as a troll. But if you sit back and you think about it, it's like, hold on, this makes a lot of sense. This makes a whole lot of sense.
That was Rob Markman. I got an issue with that. We're not even gonna call it an issue. I got a concern with that. Wait, I gotta make sure. I normally like videos as I watch them, but I just watched this with y'all, so I gotta make sure I know. Wait. All right. Let me. Let's talk about this real quick. For one, that's a dangerous game. Just follow me with this. The last time actually, before I say what I'm about to say, let me say this. You never know if a wound is fully healed for somebody. I say that for a reason. The last time a major label in my mind was on some East Division type thing, it invokes that feeling in time of that Death Row East shit or whatever the fuck. And them was some dark times, bro. Like, looking back on that time in hip hop, it was dark, bro. Like, there's nothing to reflect on in a beautiful manner when it came to that potential extension of Death Row. As more and more people put their hat in the ring, get back to shooting back and forth with each other or whatever, it's a beautiful thing. I just don't want to. Let's not rock the boat. We don't need no new entities and none of that popping up. We need, wherever you at, if you're trying to shoot your shot, shoot it. That's what we all. Don't nothing else need to be built, created, none of that. I just feel like when you take shots, I get nervous when people take shots at the umbrella. Because usually, if you look back in the history of stuff, that's usually when stuff got kind of ugly. Once you shoot at the umbrella, and everybody's under, I talked about it earlier, everybody's under the umbrella. So when you shoot at the umbrella, you're shooting at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I want everything to stay the way it is. Just throw in some more participants, but I don't want nothing that could even potentially agitate this situation to where now it's getting ugly. Like, this is our pure battle, and it can get big. Pause. Where we got 6, 8, 10 participants. That's cool. That's dope. Again, hopefully we get to the point where other regions chime in like, hey, y'all not gonna leave us out like we ain't out here dropping bars too. I think we all want that. More encouragement of regional sound. We gonna get something different, a different flavor, something seasoned a little different. Like, it's not like now that I see how, because initially when I read it, I'm like, but now watching the video, okay, it wasn't as bad as the title made it out to be. Rob, man, you gotta change that title, bro, because the way the title read was like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I don't want that at all. At all. I don't, because the potential is there for something to go sideways. No, we don't need no new entities. If anything, we need to get rid of some of these duds. Clean house first, and then add some new shit. Like, don't go add new when it's still some boo boo out here. Cash money. Oh man, but yeah, keep it the way it is. We getting good hip hop right now. In my mind right now, I got Ray Vaughn up. Oh, I got Ray Vaughn up. It's close. It's closer than I would like to admit. I really didn't think, based off of what Joey was originally giving us, I didn't think he had it to really deal with an opponent who's hungry. And I heard the conversations out there like, he thirsty for it, he in need. Okay, I say that to say this. Do it fucking matter? Like, some of us don't get hungry until we really got to. And if that's the case, he a last minute goer, like he got his back had to be against the wall, whatever the case may be. So what? It's a whole bunch of y'all don't pay y'all rent or your car note until they're getting ready to give you a notice or come pick it up. So shut that down, because y'all don't do everything in y'all life on time. So I don't care how he got his hunger, he got it. We hoping and praying and wishing some of y'all bum ass rappers out there that look like you got potential, but for whatever reason you manufacturing bull. We hoping y'all get some hunger. Maybe I gotta lose a couple of M's or something. Your homie got to slide in your baby mama. I don't know. Whatever needs to happen to get y'all to get activated. I mean, now is the time, because I feel like we got the rankings all wrong for who the best. And now it's like the Royal Rumble. It's a free fall. If you try to make that list of who's the top right now, I feel like you kind of obligated to some kind of way competing this. You tell me if I'm wrong. If you trying to be top 5, top 3, how do you, and this keeps percolating, we getting ready to slowly cruise our way on in the summer. If this keep percolating the way it is, how can you hold your head up high and say I need to be top 5 and you participated none? If we going by it ain't about no coast, it's about competition, then it don't matter. If it's somebody sitting if Big X the plug, like, man, y'all not about, okay, yeah, y'all giving me my props because I'm hot and whatnot. Yeah, but I'm bigger than even what y'all giving me right now. Y'all not giving me enough. He shoot his shot on whoever. Okay, I think we should respect it, though, man. The more the merrier. Maybe this time we get to let the rappers decide who should we be judging as top 5 out right now. You know what I'm saying? Make them let's let them prove it. Now it ain't the list ain't so arbitrary. Now we in live time judging it. How fire would it be if we go through at least half the summer like this? Because here's what everybody don't be thinking about, and we gonna go on and get out of here because I'm really just ranting. But here's what everybody don't think though, or keep in mind. You ever notice those best summers had the best music? Best summers had the best music. This music affects you in a way. When you outside, you at the gym, you at work, it don't matter. Different music affects you in different ways. So the type of temperature that we get in this hip hop thing is gonna set the temperature for the summer. And I'm here for it. This is about to be ball. This is about to go. I'm gonna say one more thing, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Here's another issue I kind of sort of have with the way he did the troll. I get it because he did the line to where it rhymed with TDE with TD East. Right. But from a trolling standpoint, if he had found a way to get PG Lang in there, and then you do your troll job on the PG Lang, I mean, I'm going off the idea he like to keep punching up. Is that not a big punch up though? I would actually have more respect for that because I understand, even though I think you punching too high up, at least you consistent that you want to punch up. So I respect that. So if you was gonna do that, I would have found a way to get it to where it's a consistent. Hey, I'm knocking on the door. You can't say I'm not talking about you. I put. You see me, PG Lang. But appreciate y'all pulling up, smoking me, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be like a Farmer Lard type thing. Like, yo, is he really out here following them? Okay, bet. It ain't nothing about nothing. Fuck it. But I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Appreciate y'all pulling up to smoke with your boy. Get this chopped up, and I'm gonna get it to y'all. So I'm up out of here.